Boy, have I got a story for you. I'm Dar's Annabelle Rose, and you are watching Who Am I Really? The series where I talk about my past lives and a mistake I made in my first life that I'm dealing with in this life. If you enjoy true life paranormal stories, you are going to love this series. So let's get started. Maxine gave me a call. She told me that I had 375 demons outside of my house, and our angels also told her that some of them had fangs. I was absolutely devastated. I thought this was all going to be over after B closed my portal. But now B was telling Maxine that it was obviously someone else's portal and it must be someone close to me. He asked me who I thought that would be. The only one I could think of was Candace, because Candace had told me at one point that she had a portal. And now B said we had to close it too. The first thing I had to do was get rid of those demons, especially the ones with the fangs outside of my home. I told Maxine I'm going to need a lot more holy water, and now I started to make plans for where I was going to get some myself, like go to the church. After I was done spraying, B got in my car and we drove to the outskirts of town because that's where he said we had to go. And with Maxine on the phone so that I could hear what B was saying, I had to close Candace's portal. I was so upset about it because I didn't know if she would know I was closing it or if she would be upset that I was closing it. But B said we had to do it. That night, I was in my bathroom crying. I had been stabbed in the chest with a knife. That's what it felt like. I couldn't see it, but it sure felt like that, and it was very painful. Brent asked me what was wrong. I told him. You know, at the same time, the dogs were at the front window and they were whining, yelping, and they would run away with their tails down away from the window. They could obviously see what was bothering me. Brant would scold the dogs, but he did not want to understand what was happening, and he didn't want to be supportive. A few days later, B came to the office and he told Maxine that he had a plan. He was going to set up a meeting with the devil where the devil and I could have a discussion about what the devil wanted and then come to a conclusion. Now, I was petrified. I asked if there was a chance that the devil could take me down with him, because that's what he wants. He wants me down in hell. B said it was a possibility. I called out to my dad. I was like, Dad, what do you think? Maxine said he was crying. She could hear him crying, and he said he did not like this idea at all. I said, we are not doing that then. There is no way I'm having a meeting with the devil. Shortly after, the devil was in my house. B said if I was not going to agree to meet the devil, then I had to call a witch. I called Candace. Candace she said, give me a minute. And I could hear her yelling. And when she came back to the phone, she said, oh, he's angry. She yelled at him some more. There was some colorful language. But when she came back the second time, she said, okay, that's it. Your deal with the devil is broken. I thanked her. I was so happy. I was so happy. Maxine and I, we were dancing, we were celebrating, we were high-fiving because we were so happy that this was finally over and things could get back to normal. That night, I laid in bed and I had just a horrible feeling. My stomach was in knots, and I called Maxine and she said hers was too. And she said that our angels were not talking to her. They weren't answering. Everything had gone silent. The next day, our angels came to stop in. We had my mare and Bubba and Dad and Uncle Doug. And they said that everybody had been walking around up in heaven in the dark. It was dark up there, and they were asking what had happened to the sun. And God was really upset because his trusted assistant had fallen through the sky and there was still a hole there. He'd fallen all the way down to hell. And now God had to figure out what was going on. Our angel said that God was mad at B and he was talking to him. So I decided, I went and sat down at my desk and I said, God, please don't be mad at B. He was just trying to help us. Or was he? In the meantime, our angels were sending me some more messages of encouragement. Keep watching these episodes because I explain what really happened. But for now, God thought it was the witch's fault. And all I knew was it was far from over because it wasn't long until all those demons were in my home. Join me on Saturday for the next episode, Lunch with God, and it's a good one.